Check out Navin Lalo Streaming Network for all your streaming needs. We provide multiple angles, video and photo slides, clean audio, recording a full live stream. Contact us at 335-0205. Remember the name, Navin Lalo Streaming Network, bringing real-time events to you.
अच्छा प्रथम से बड़ो श्रुति ते बृंद बिहार दे लाल की जय. Sitaram Namaste to each and every one of you as you all got it in my defense to this sanskar which is called the NTHD sanskar. This time I invite each and every one of you, let us please all stand. Let us all clasp our hands as we all close our eyes, as we all gather here to offer pratna and prayer. We pray and we ask Bhagwan for the soul to unite with you, Atma and Paramatma, once more. Through the love, the faith, and devotion of the friends and family and all who are gathered here today, we offer our prayer in our own simple way now, my dear friends. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Om iti apavitro va sarvastangatopi va yah smardeta pundrakaksham sabhabhyabhyantre suche namaha. Om Shri Te Vishnu Brahmatme Shri Brahma Sagram Shri Maase Iti Ashvardhamase Shri Ti Shukra Pakshititau Iti Burdvan Ardhamasya Gurdbari Haspati Nardhamasya Namaha. इति चौतितौ इति विष्णक्षत्र नारदमस्य इति तुलनार्दासे इति चुनदादेशे अट्लांटिक कर्दबियन सागरे इति वैवस्वत्नार्दमस्य इति सकलवांचित्रप्राप्तेनार्दमस्य इति अन्ते श्री संस्कार सर्वपूजं संग्रपं कर्देशे नमः. What is mama correct name? Samdai Seepersad Nardhamasya namaha. Children, only take care of Rasakanam. Rasakanardhamasya Jadmanardhamasya Sapatisaputranardhamasya Iti Sankar Gardayeshi namaha. Iti Hardaviva Mirdadhe Tu Pratashatam namam. Om Shantakardam Bhujagashayanam Pardmanabam Surdeshwam Vishwadardam Gaganasatresham Mirdvanam Shobhagam Lakshmikantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Bhirdhyanagamyam Vande Vishnum Bhavavayahardam Sarvalok Ekanatam Pradam Sabrado Shruti Pradamaharde Lalake Jai. Come children, offer your flowers. Acha, everyone, please take your seat. Before we are about to start the ceremony, I would ask the boys, listen up. Not them. Before we are about to start the ceremony, I will ask each and every one of you very kindly, if at this time you have any mobile device or cell phone, may you please place it on silent, or you can kindly just switch it off for mere respect of the funeral ceremony. If by chance that you are taping, not a problem. But for the respect of the ceremony here today and for the shroud, we ask of you to please bear with us. Come. Om iti adyam gotrasya mukpradetasya pradetanamasya shridete jaladhardo sangrapam kardeshe merdadhete tu pratashitam shavan merdadhete tu pratashitam. Om Seepersadardhamasya sangrapam kardeshe shridetyam gotrasya mukpradetasya pradetanamasya jaladhardo mitrisnane shavan nimne merdadhete tu pratashitam. नित्यं ललाटे हृदय चंद्रम प्रति गृहणते देशा मे राधेते सौ प्रतिशतां नमः Om iti chandram sankrapam kardeshi medrariyate tau pratashataam. Come here. Om iti ram vishme chakradame tridaranyate param samunamasya pagum shurde nardmasya namaha. Om iti chandram sankrapam kardeshi medrariyate tau pratashataam. We have the malas.
Yeah, malas, yeah. There's something.
Yeah, just a friend, I give it 10, right?
Yeah.
So you take one by one and all of these sit and sit it around here, right? Om ityam gotrasya mukpradetasya. Pradetanamsya shruti dradradardava sankrapam kardavshadar.
Hold on my hands.
Kardeshi merdadiyate tau pratashatam. Ikra my knife ready. Alright, come Lance. You come here and put it up like so. Right? Om ityam gotrasya. Yes, son, hold it. Om itim gotrasya amuk pradetasya pradetanamsya irpushpradhanam sankrapam kardeshi merdadiyate to pratashatam. Om itim gotrasya amuk pradetasya pradetanamsya irpushpradhanam sankrapam kardeshi merdadiyate to pratashatam. Om Shreeti Mayardadiyate Pushpradhanam Sankrapam Kardeshi Iri Pushpradhanam Sankrapam Kardeshi Mayardadiyate To Pratashatam Shreeti Nardmasya Shri Matasya Pujanam Sankrapam Kardeshi Mayardadiyate To Pratashatam Om Iti No problem.
Holy trade.
That's not a problem. Om Itim Gotrasya Amuk Pradetasya Just become applause Pradetanamsya Iri Pushpradhanam Sankrapam Kardeshi Merdadiyate to pratashatam. Om iti adyam gotrasya amuk pradetasya pradetanamsya pushpradhanam sankrapam kardeshi merdadiyate to pratashatam. This one is simple. I will walk around with it, right? Om iti adyam gotrasya amuk pradetasya pradetanamsya pradetanamsya sankrapam kardeshi merdadiyate to pushpradhanam sankrapam kardeshi iti pushpradhanam deepuya merdadiyate to pratashatam. Om ityam gotrasya amuk pradetasya pradetanamsya pradvanarmasya shri merdadiyate to pratashatam. Very good. Hearty. Come here now. We're walking around the body. Only take a little time. Walking around 5 times slowly, right? And courageous, right? Om iti adyam gotrasya amuk pradetasya pradetanamsya shri. Son, like this. Pradetanam. 2 hands. Like this much. Om itim gotrasya mukpradetasya pradetanamsya shriti dhipuyam yam dward mahagora chastarvatmarana mukashamukam pradachayta merdadiyate to pratashatam. Jai Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare Dukiyo ko duka dhord kardi. Jai 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 Krishna Hare Jai Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare Dukiyo ko duka dhord kardi. Jai 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 Krishna Hare जब चार तरफ नियारा हो आषाढ़ का डोर किनारा हो जब चार तरफ नियारा हो आषाढ़ का डोर किनारा हो और कोई न केवन वाला हो फिर तू ही पेरा पार कर दो जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख ढूंढ कर दे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा जो भी तेरा ध्यान हरे फिर जो भी तेरा ध्यान हरे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे प्रथम सुप्रदोषुरेति प्रथमहार्दे लाल की जय white rice, water. Prim Sabro Shriti Bradanaman Harde Lala Ki Jai. At this time, my friends, it is customary if there is anyone who wish to say anything on behalf of Mataji, he or she may come and do so now, please.
A real short boy. Yeah, thanks. Sitaram, everyone. On behalf of my family, I would like to begin by thanking everyone that is here today, and for those who have shared their condolences, thoughts, and prayers with us. Let us remember the life of a strong, energetic, devoted, and brave mother. Some may know her as Samdai, but she's most fondly known to us all as Ma. She was 90 years old and very agile. She lived a full life. She traveled all over, and she had so many experiences. So much that we all shared with her because we had so many family gatherings and so many family lives that we could remember. She was such an agile woman. I mean, she wasn't an old woman, she was a young woman because just last week, she was trimming the tree and pulling out the grass from the yard, and she able to go up and down the stairs every day. Every day as a ritual, this lady would come downstairs in the morning time, she would do her prayers. And in the afternoon time, she comes down every day at 4 o'clock and sit and wait for Dale and Asha to come home. And then Mommy will come after. Sometimes Jan will pass. And then on weekends, we would see Safi. And then sometimes Amar will come over. You know, she always sitting and waiting for her children. Right? Her favorite television show was Ian Allen. She never missed an episode. I think she saw every single one and all the reruns. She loved him. Ma was very protective of her children, and she loved us all. She made it her duty to take care of us. She raised 6 daughters, and she was a proud housewife. Ma was stubborn,
but strong-willed, determined, I would say. I remember the days when Pa was alive and they would sit together and watch TV and both would fall asleep. Then Ma would wake up and tell Pa, "See, I'll catch you again, you're sleeping, boy." Seeing them together like that was hilarious, but it was a kind of love and bond that they shared. Ma, you are now reunited with your soulmate, the love of your life. You left us so suddenly, you didn't even say goodbye. Maybe because you didn't want us to worry, because that's how you are, right? You always say don't worry about nothing. Or maybe you saw him, Pa, with open arms and you were ready. Ma, we will miss you dearly. Kira will miss playing with you. We love you so much. We'll always love you and you will remain in our hearts forever. Thank you.
Before I continue, if there's anyone who wishes to say anything again, you may come and listen now, please. अच्छा Prim Subhadra Shri Brahmahardi Lala Ki Jai. Let us all clasp our hands as you close eyes of you for Pratna and we offer prayer now. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Om Patraya Pratibhohitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Puran Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advait Amritam Varshanim Bhagavatim Ashtadhashadyahinim Amba Tvam Anusandadhami Bhagavata Gite Bhavadvaishanim Om Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhi Pularda Vindraya Patranetraha Yena Tvaya Bhardata Taila Purdanaha Prachvalito Gyamahi Pradepaha Om Prapana Pardichataya Totra Vetraikapanahe Jnana Mudraya Krishnaya Gita Duhe Amritata Namaha Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanurdamardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangulam Gayati Girdim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramanandam Madhavam Om Yam Brahma Vardunindra Vidramarutaha Survante Debyaistafai Vedai Sangha Parakramo Padishadai Gayanti Yam Samaga Dhyanavasya Taragate Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyantam Naverdo Surda Surdagana Devaye Tashmai Namaha. Everybody simply recite after me. Say Om Gita Ganga Chagayatri Sita Satya Saraswati Brahma Vidya Brahmabali Trisandhya Mukti Gehini Ardramatra Chirananda Bhava Agni Bhai Nashini Vedatre Pradhananta Tadvarta Gyan Manjari Om Shri Gita Mata Debhyay Namaha. Pradim Sabrado Shurdi Tibrat Mahardi Lala Ki Jai. Sitaram Namaste to each and every one of you. Once again, we are gathered here for one purpose and one purpose alone, to pray for the soul of Mataji to attain, as one would say, Atman Paramatma. In the English world, we call it to the heavenly abode. A great man once said, the purpose of man is to live, but not to exist. I shall no longer use my days in prolonging them, for I shall use my time. What is he saying, my dear friends? He says, everybody in this world today want to exist, but very few of us that actually live. Few of us in this world that actually live our life. Most of us only know how to exist. Mama, my dear friends, she was a very outgoing, kind, compassionate, loving type of soul. And she will be surely missed. As one would say, she's a gem of this universe. To have such a wonderful person in our company, my dear friends, it is a gift indeed. She's also blessed with many children in that form, who, I would say, are very respectable to her. She always speaks very highly of her children, her grandchildren, and her great-grand in that form. Mama, my dear friends, never made a problem with nothing. And this is the lesson, this is what we should take into our life. Never make your life a problem. She was always have a smile anytime you go. As Lana said, Ian Allen, she best show. She used to always say, you know, he's talk sense. But, you know, everybody have a different liking to something. And, you know, she find her joy and her passion in that. Not only in that, but by making everyone happy in this way. As I said, she would run brisk up and down these stairs just to see who is there. Auntie Mala and her home and family would be here with her. I must commend this home and this family, also all the children, for being wonderful children of Mama. Because it is stated, very rare in this world today, my dear friends, we will have children like that, of such. As it is stated in the scriptures, my dear friends, Yatakaram tatapalam. As so shall you make your bed, so shall you lay on it. And Mama has made her bed in a very wonderful way. That she paved a way for generations to come to partake and to enjoy the niceties that she have left on this earth. As it is stated, my dear friends, we are only in this world for a few days, as one said. I bida kela, jai bida kela, do din. We are only in this world for 2 days. One, by stepping into this physical birth, into this human body, which is called Manu Sharid. Manu means man, Sharid means flesh. So Manu Sharid means the flesh of man. This body that Bhagwan, my dear friends, he have gifted us in this world is a vessel. And this vessel, my dear friends, have something greater, which is the soul. But you see, the soul only recognizes the body and it does not recognize it itself. Because for years and years, all the years, when we stand up in front of the mirror, what do we see? A reflection of what? Your soul? No, wait. Probably for a girl and a boy, probably might see your soul within your eye. But my dear friends, when you stand and you see one another, you actually see your body. And as it is stated in the Quran, that even though when the soul leaves this world, this mortal body, the soul actually takes the name with it. For example, sometimes when we have the funeral hearse comes and it brings the body, very rare you'll hear somebody say bring mama or bring by the name, but you say bring the body inside. So you see, even the name itself doesn't even stay with us. That is what Bhagavan Krishna says. He says, death is a natural part of life. He said, rejoice for those who have been reunited with God. He said, mourn them, do not miss them, do not, for attachment leads to jealousy, for that is the shadow of greed. At the end of the day, my dear friends, we are taught something and we do not understand what we are taught. Everybody taught to fear death. But that is a part of life. At the end of the day, one day or the other, we too will be fortunate to go and join Mama. As it's stated in the Maharashtra sect, my dear friends, when the child is born into this world, what do? They just cry, they just lament. Because why? When the child comes into this world, my dear friends, you come into this world where nobody wants to see you, nobody wants to talk to you, and people say all harsh things upon you. And when you leave this world, my dear friends, what do? They rejoice and they be happy. Why? For that soul, my dear friends, that soul have the opportunity to go and reunite with God. This world that we live in, my dear friends, as it is stated, this is just a mere paradise to all of us. And it is a vacation that Bhagwan has given us this opportunity. And what is the money that you would spend? It is your karma, your devotion, that makes you prolong and stay into this world. But just as a vacation, my friends, when you go to a vacation and you have no money, what happens? That vacation become a living hell. Such as too in this world, my friends, when we come into this world, we don't know when our vacation is extended or no longer there with us, no more. So that is when Bhagwan himself, my dear friends, he calls us one by one. But you see, we have come from God, so who will we go to? We have to go back to God. We are all God's children. Whatever you be, whoever you may be in this world, whether it be Hindu, Christian, Muslim, Jew, Buddhist, whether it be believer of God or non-believer of God, my dear friends, we are all part and parcel of creation of God at the end of the day. And we all have to go back to the Supreme Maker one more. But according to our scriptures, we take nothing with us materialistically. And you know that, right? So all the house and your land and car and children and grandchildren and husband and wife, everything's staying right here. There's only two things that we take with us, though. We take our karma no palipete. Our good deeds and our bad deeds determines of our fate, whether we go to the heavenly abode or the hellish abode in that form. This is why when one sees a funeral ceremony, plenty of people are very alienated by a Hindu funeral ceremony because they see this and they say, well, what is all these dimmy things? But as I stated, as I said, mele chad ordna kaise. When you come into this world, you come with a clean blanket. When you leave this world, you leave with a dirty stain. So everything that we have done here, my dear friends, is to purify that of the physical body. And then you will notice when we go down to the cremation site, my dear friends, we'll offer 5 pieces of gold. The 5 pieces of gold will secure that body just in case that soul have to be born back into this world. According to Sanatan Dharma, it is stated, 8,400,000 different species of birth in this life. Then we will afford that soul the opportunity to go back with God. Nobody should ever, and I would say and repeat, nobody should ever even want to dream to come back into this world. You really want to come back to Trinidad when you're there? Might not afford the dirt to go in or the fire. But let me tell you something. This, if we all know this, I think we all know this. But sometimes, again, when we come to funeral ceremony, we come to remind ourselves, this is our turning point in life. Try to make amends with everybody, make everybody happy, like how Mama did. Anytime you go to her, she will always be happy. I could never dream or even think I'd ever see her sad. Or if she's sad, she want me to bottle it in and turn that sadness into happiness. But whenever you ask Mama how she feeling, she says she good. It had no time when I used to come and bring parasad and things. She says she always good. Yes. So, and she used to always say, Auntie Mala leaving, she ain't going. Because Auntie Mala always jumping on plane like boss. So you see, but the thing about it, she had wonderful children, which she always missed at all times. She always wanted to be in the company of them because, as Lana said, her companion is no longer with her. So she based her love on her children, her soul devotion upon her children. So you see, in life, if we know that these are the simple things that count, why don't we turn our life around? Right? You know there's a saying, Satyam, Saucham, Daya, and Dan. We must live to the 4 pillars of Sanatan Dharma. Sanatan Dharma means eternal and righteousness in that form. Satyam. Satyam means what? Speak the truth and the truth shall set you free. Now, first of all, you have to live a truthful life to yourself. And then you can live truth to anyone else. Secondly, he said, Saucham. Cleanliness is next to godliness. And if you know cleanliness is next to godliness, what is the cleanliness that Bhagwan is saying? What? Go Pennywise and buy Dove soap and Head and Shoulder and Pantene and olive oil and rubbing your skin? No, wait. Cleanliness, your heart, your mind, and all your actions that you do, you perform. That is the pathway to God. So he said, Satyam Saucham Daya. Daya means we must be compassionate. Look at these hard times that we are, right? If you know, even in Christian book, in the Bible it says, you must be a brother's keeper. This time I think we literally have to do that to help people to survive in this world. You must try to help. If you cannot help every day, at least once a month, make a little sewa and a bit. Sewa is very important, for that is one with God. And finally he said, Satyam Saucham Daya. And then he said, Dan. Dan means we must learn to be charitable. Charitable means what bit? Where does charity begin? At home. But very few people live in a home. Majority of us lives in a house. So if charity begins at home, you have to make your home that life that you live and you want to live in. So you see, These are the 4 pillars of Sanatan Dharma that we trend. And as the stated Bhagwan Krishna says, when you're living, do the best you can do for someone. Because today or tomorrow may never come. Always remember that. So when you're living, just like how Mama, she will come and visit her, I can't say they will have any regrets because they did their best as children of Mama and grandchildren and great-grand in that form. They did their utmost best. You know, some people have regrets in their life. I don't think they have no regrets whatsoever. She have that opportunity to see and gaze upon her children ever so often. And this is the legacy that she left here that you too will carry on to your children. Your children will see how that continues, and that continuation will continue. But if one lives upon separation in life, my dear friends, then they bring about division in one's will. So Bhagavan is saying, he says, when you're living, do the best you could do for someone. When they're dead, it's only so little you could do for someone. When you're living and someone asks you to come and visit, go and visit them, not bit. Don't wait for when they're dead to come all night in a week. Right? When somebody living and asks you for a glass of water, give it to them. Don't say, I wish I give it to them. Right? When somebody living and asks for flowers, when somebody asks you for flowers, you know what it is? When a girl asks a boy, probably it's easier for her to break it down in that way. When a girl asks a boy for flowers, you think the girl really want the flowers? She just want the boy to just come. To just show the appreciation. Same as Mama or anybody, when they ask for flowers, they just want you to come, right? But they have to use an excuse for you to come. They say, well, come now, nah, too busy, we'll bring her flowers. They say, well, you can work around that. So you see, but don't wait when that person died to bring her flowers and offer all in the box. So what I'm trying to say, live every single day like it lasts. My dear friends, I want to share this little story about you, about Bhagwan Krishna and Arjun. It is dated a long time ago in ancient India. Bhagwan Krishna and Arjun, my dear friends, they were in a village. And there lived a poor Brahman, a beggar. And he went, but he saw Lord Krishna, but he was very intimidated to go to God. So he decided to go to Arjun, and the beggar, he stretches out his hand, and I dedicate this to Mama. He stretches out his hand. He said, oh, Arjun, can you please help me? Arjun reaches in his pocket and he pulls out, my dear friends, all Arjun have at that time was some gold coins. He gave it to the beggar. The beggar was very satisfied. He was pleased. And as the beggar was going on his journey, my dear friends, what happened? A bandit saw the beggar and he robbed him. Well, the beggar, my dear friends, he started to cry. He lamented. He went. He explained to his wife what happened. The wife explained to the village, and gossip started to spread that the beggar got robbed. The Brahmin got robbed. The next morning comes out, the beggar, he goes again, and he begs. This time again, he go back to Arjun. But this time when Arjun dips in his pocket, he has nothing on the side. When Arjun dipped in this pocket, all he had was 1 diamond. So Arjun took the diamond and he gave it to the beggar. The beggar, who this time he cherished the diamond, he hold it to his heart. He looked up, down, left, right, all around. The bandit is nowhere to be found. He went home quickly, and he saw a pot. He took the diamond, he placed it in the pot, and he placed it in the back of this cupboard, the kitchen counter. He told his wife, I do not want you to go and interfere with what is here. Leave it, let it be. It is stated that that same day, my dear friends, the wife, she was going to get water from the river. Long time in Hawassa. Right? She was going to get water from the river, and as she went and she approaches the river, coming out of the river, her ankle twists on one of the rocks, and the pot that she's holding with the water, it fell on the rock, and it started to leak. It got a hole. She's thinking, how much water can I carry back to my home? So now what happened? She's thinking, where can I get a pot? But then she realized her husband hid a pot, but she did not know what that pot had. She said, I will use the pot, I will dry the pot and leave it, and he will know nothing. So said, so done. She went, she took the pot, she placed it into the water. When she placed it into the water, the diamond came out and started to flow downstream. A fish, my dear friends, saw the diamond and swallowed it. So the diamond is lost. She went home, she tried the pot, she placed it there. The first time when the beggar, he got up, he opened, he went to see the pot if the diamond is there. He explained what is wrong as he lamented and he started to cry. He said, tell me, where's the diamond? She said, I do not know anything about the diamond. She said, you did not tell me about the diamond. He said, I placed a diamond here. Where it is? And she explained. He started to cry. As he lamented, she now explained back to the village what happened. You know how people is explaining. Gossip is spread faster than the word of God. So the next morning come finally, my dear friends, the beggar goes again. He goes to Arjun. Arjun dip in this pocket, he has nothing. Arjun dip in this pocket, he has nothing. Then he had no alternative to go to Lord Krishna. But Lord Krishna, he dip in his pocket, my dear friends, and he give him a penny. What penny could buy for a bit when he's so little? So he gives him the penny, and he said, he watched the penny and said, what this penny could buy for me? It could hardly even buy food, but nevertheless, I'm a beggar, and I will accept it. So he walked on his journey, and while walking his journey, he happened to pass a boatman, two boatmen on a fish. They're holding that fish in their hand. And this fish, for some reason, drew the beggar attention. The fish is like, it is yearning to go back into the water. So the beggar said, all I have is this penny. I will go and trade that fish life with this penny. The boatman came, they listened to his story, and they said, you know what? That's an extra penny. He can throw the fish, we'll catch by that fish. So they took the penny. He took the fish in his hand, and he's about to take the fish and put it in the water. When he's about to take the fish and place it into the water, my dear friends, he realized something is wrong. The fish is gasping for air. As he looked into the mouth of the fish, my dear friends, he saw the diamond. He shouted very loudly. He said, you have stolen from me. I now know you are. But at that point, when he was speaking to the fish, the bandit was walking around the corner, and this time the bandit had no mask. So the bandit is thinking, if he recognizes me, he'll go back to the king, he'll tell the king, and the king will surely behead me. So the bandit now, he went and took all the gold from who he robbed everybody, and he placed that at the beggar's feet, and he said, please forgive me. As he did that, my dear friends, the beggar now, he has the diamond, and he has the gold. Word reached out to Lord Krishna and Arjun, as Lord Krishna and Arjun had this conversation. Arjun said, Krishna Bhagwan, how is it that my diamond and my gold could not help him, but your simple penny could help him? He said, oh Arjun, when man puts his own selfish needs in front, he will lose everything in this life. But when man puts others in front of his needs, he will gain everything in this world. This is how Mama was. She wasn't a selfish person. She was a selfless person. She would always give. Whatever little that she had, she would give just to make others happy in this world. So all I can say, my dear friends, live your life in a very loving and compassionate way. Live a life with no regrets and try to live in a moment. Instead of taping everything on phone, look at with your own eyes, because God bless you in these eyes, right? So you could see that moment, because every time that you look at something on a phone, my dear friends, all you can remember, I tape it on a phone, but it can never be in a moment of it. So everybody must try to live things in a moment, and stop doing that. You're paying expensive to go in an expensive concert or something, and you pull out your phone and tape it for everybody to see, but you ain't seeing nothing. You're entertaining people. You're playing TV6. So my dear friends, let me tell you something. Live in a moment. As I said before when I started, the purpose of man is to live but not to exist. So instead of existing, try to live your life. Please sit here, son. So at this time, my dear friends, we'll have the immediate family to come and conduct arati. And when they have done completely doing so, then everybody will get the opportunity to come and view the body. Hari Om. All the please for us, right? Pinjari ke panchi re तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, पिंजरे के पंछी रे तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, बाहर सतु खामोश रेरू, भीतर भीतर रोइए भीतर भीतर रोए, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, कह न सके तो अपनी कहानी, तेरे भी पंछी क्या जिंदगानी रे, कह न सके तो अपनी कहानी, तेरे भी पंछी क्या जिंदगानी रे, ये पद का देश है पगले, कोई न तेरा तोय, तेरा पर्दन न जाने कोई, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, पिंजरे के पंछी रे तेरा दर्द तन जाने कोई, तेरा दर्द तन जाने कोई। चुप के रोने वाले रखना छिपा के दिल चिकार दे रे। चुप के रोने वाले रखना छिपा के दिल चिकार दे रे। ये पत का देश है भगले कोई न तेरा तोय। तेरा दर्द तन जाने कोय, तेरा दर्द तन जाने कोय। पिंजरी के पंछी रे तेरा दर्द तन जाने कोय, तेरा दर्द तन जाने कोय, तेरा दर्द तन जाने कोय, तेरा दर्द तन जाने कोय। प्रेम से बोलो श्री टी लाल की जय। As the poet says, my dear friends, Pinchari ke panchi re. It is seen, as the poet relates to us, Panchi, that bird is kept in that cage, and as that bird, it tries to relate the kahani, the story, why it is here and is trying to escape every single day. But because of us, my dear friends, we do not understand of the bird. We think that the bird is chirping so lovingly to us. For every day that the bird sings to us, please let me go, please let me go. But each time that bird chirps, my dear friends, what happens? We continue to endure the nicety of that bird singing so lovingly that we do not understand, for it falls on deaf ears. But as it says, my dear friends, that bird wants to come out. Just as that bird is the soul. And the cage that bird it speaks about is that of the human body. We, my dear friends, must learn to set that soul free by the only way of setting that soul free, my dear friends. As I said, service to humanity, service to God. Live a good life and everything will be dear to you in this life. For it is stated in our life, we must make a turnaround to make everything better in this world. So at this time, my dear friends, let us stand up. All you come, please, because we have time. Yeah, right. So when they have done doing such, everybody will get an opportunity and will come one by one, right? Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. प्रभु जी मेरे आओ, 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 बचले गोविंद बचले गोविंद बचले गोविंदम हे दुनिया हे प्रभु की माया बचले गोविंदम बचले गोविंद बचले गोविंद बचले गोविंदम हे दुनिया हे प्रभु की माया बचले गोविंदम प्रभु जी मेरे आवो 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 चार ओर मैया बया हो दासी चार ओर मैया बया हो दासी अकिया हरि दर्शन की प्यासी प्यास मिटी आवो जी आवो अब आवो प्रभु जी मेरे आवो बचले गोविंद बचले गोविंद बचले गोविंदम हे दुनिया हे प्रभु की माया बचले गोविंदम बचले गोविंद बचले गोविंद बचले गोविंदम हे दुनिया हे प्रभु की माया बचले गोविंदम प्रभु जी मेरे आवो 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 बिनती तेरा प्रभु को ही न जाने बिनती तेरा प्रभु को ही न जाने प्रभु तुझी प्रभु को ही न वाले आँख मुड़ले बचावो जी आवो अब आवो प्रभु जी मेरे आवो बचले गोविंद बचले गोविंद बचले गोविंदम हे दुनिया हे प्रभु की माया बचले गोविंदम बचले गोविंद बचले गोविंद बचले गोविंदम हे दुनिया हे प्रभु की माया बचले गोविंदम बचले गोविंदम बचले गोविंदम प्रिंस ब्रो श्री ब्रह्मार्दी लाल की जय. So my dear friends, those did not get the opportunity and they wish to come and view the body and pay their final respects, they may come and do so now, please. श्रुतियं द्वार महागोत्र सूत्र प्राण मुख शमुखम अग्निम हृदय छाया मेर्दार्ये ते तु प्रतिष्ठताम्. for prayer no mine now. Hari Om. Om Shri Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva. Tvameva Bando Chasaka Tvameva. Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva. Tvameva Sarvam Namadeva Deva. Aho Kanhaiya Krishna Kanhaiya. Aho Murdani Vale Murdani Aap Jao. Aho Kanhaiya Krishna Kanhaiya. Aho Aho Kanhaiya Krishna Kanhaiya Bansi Bachaiya Krishna Kanhaiya Bansi Bachaiya Shama Murali Kunja Bihari Yashoda Kinandana Bhava Bhaya Panchana Aho Murali Bale Murali Aap Jao. Aho Kanhaiya Aho Kanhaiya Aho Kanhaiya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hare Om. Prem Sabalo Shri Vrindavan Hare Lal Ki Jai. Yeah, we do one minute again. Ready? So now, give a chance to buzz.
Going last by last, and then last is the president.